Alright. We are back to continue Fall of Avalon. Working our way towards the DLC. Shout out to Awaken Realms for sending over the key for the giveaway codes as well. New game, says War Wizard. No. Not a new game. Came out last year? I think that's when we did our first playthrough. And then we've had this on the schedule since the beginning of December to come back and do the DLC. As always, as a variety streamer, I play 3 to 5 games a month, sometimes more. We gotta go way up there. We should rest. Actually, I think we should talk to Merlin. Yeah, or Arthur, excuse me. I forgot we had to do this before we started. Why did you leave Excalibur at the Horns?
It was supposed to be a reminder. The sword was never just steel. It was a symbol of what we stood for. Strength, justice, the will to carve a path forward. A weapon, yes, but also a promise. I wanted them to remember, to fight for those ideals, to uphold them, even when I was gone, even when there was no king left to lead them.
What do you remember about Merlin?
Merlin saw Avalon for what it was long before the rest of us. He told me that Tintagel wouldn't hold, not forever. That the weirdness would gnaw at our walls, at our minds, at
What's
our
up,
very
Angus?
bones,
Good morning.
until nothing human remained. But he still fought to map a way forward, to carve some sense into this land. And in the end, the land swallowed him whole anyway.
How did he die?
We were losing the battle at Tuathan's mouth. Our last push before the weirdness took the field. Merlin was with us, bleeding, exhausted, but
Fable
still
looks awesome,
weaving his
Allie.
spells. Then it came. Not a beast,
That's my
Not a
first hyped
man.
game of 2026, I
not
think.
something we ever had words for. A shadow
I'm
wearing
looking
1,000
forward to that one a
torn
lot, a
banners,
lot.
moving like it had no shape of its own. Merlin raised his staff, spoke a name I didn't recognize. And then he was gone. Not killed, not struck down, just gone. Like the land itself had taken him back. Yes, it seems we knew each other well during the war. And this proves that I sought allies beyond our own forces. And I trusted him enough to carry the knowledge of Excalibur. This must count for something.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a, I think it's a Game Pass game, I believe. But yeah, it's, I might actually, if they do like a deluxe edition, I'll probably buy it. Which is what I did with like Starfield and Indiana Jones. I don't care that it's on Game Pass. If it's a game I really, really like and I want to own, like the editions of, yeah, if that ends up coming out with like some sort of, you know, deluxe digital, I will definitely go for it. Yeah, like Ali says, it's a reboot of the franchise, so it's going to be very interesting because, you know, the originals are there and they've been done and that's cool and everything, but this is a fresh look and a fresh take. I'm totally down for that. It looked really, really, really good. I did not expect the combat to look like that. I don't know. In my mind, I didn't expect them to have like a really serious combat system. That genuinely surprised me yesterday. It was like, oh, this looks like I'm gonna have fun. Because the different weapons they showed, like the rapier looked awesome. Like I'm already like in my mind going, the first character is an archer, you know, has to be an archer thief. But like I could maybe not even do archer. I'm like thinking rapier thief, which is what I did in uh, my first playthrough of both Pillars of Eternity 1 and Pillars of Eternity 2. I did the rapier wearing thief character, and in 2, I actually had a flintlock in my offhand, so I was fucking full-on pirateer thief with a rapier in one hand and a pistol in the other. So, like, I don't know what all weapons they're gonna have in this game, but we did see, like, an automatic crossbow, which looked crazy. Anyway. Yeah, it's... There looks like some cool stuff going on. Automatic crossbow might be confusing with the other trailer we watched. Hang on, back that up a minute. Anyway, the one I loved was like the lightning falling out of the sky. The mage looked awesome. The rapier looked awesome. The regular sword looked cool. For those who like two-handed, like they did the punting the mob back with the two-handed weapon. But definitely that first playthrough, I'm gonna be torn between an archer and a rapier wielder, because rapiers look like a lot of fun. It looked like a dueling stance, but also the way they threw a potion in the video with like red smoke and everything. And then the mage build looked awesome because they were calling lightning down out of the sky. It's just I'm looking at that going, if the traffic is good on that and everything, and we're having fun with it, I can go. I could do like I did with Baldur's Gate 3 and Starfield, like Cyberpunk. Like I have no problems going all in on a game for like 2 months. No Man's Sky. Like, yeah, it looks pretty damn fun. I mean, there are going to be some bangers in 2026, but yeah, Fable has my attention fully engaged right now, fully locked and loaded. It's going to be the fall, so we got a lot of stuff to get to before then. Traffic was good on the trailers yesterday, so and as always, doing my impromptu Starfield stream yesterday, traffic was good on that. And we've already stirred up some drama this morning with a new Starfield video and a Starfield short out on Instagram and TikTok and everything. It's gonna be good. I will always fuck around and find out with Starfield because I love that game. And I was talking in the short that went out today. I was also mentioning Dragon Age: The Veilguard, and I would really love to turn around and do a third playthrough of that to do the Grey Warden character. And I'm just sitting here going, I don't know this schedule this year, but that's probably going to be my December pick for next year. Like when we get to next year, I think we're definitely going to do another Veilguard playthrough. That's going to be like the #1 thing, because I could sink a good 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks into a solid Dragon Age playthrough. We're gonna see. I also just linked, Bethesda shared out a new mod called Continuum, which is a new story mod. They shared it out on the social media this morning. I dropped it in the reactions channel in Discord to ask Bubbles if he'd seen it yet, but damn, it looks like a really good storyline that they just added to Starfield. It's called Continuum. There's a link to it in Discord in the reactions section. There's a fast travel point. All right. Whoa! I don't want anything from you.
she does, you will take it. Her word, the highest law. I am a servant.
Oh, there's nothing in the chest. Boo-hoo. Oh shit, I'm still a ways away. How am I getting up in there? Looks like there might be something over to the right. Also something right over here. Another little fuck. Oh, goddamn. I need to get some AoEs. I still haven't found any like cool fire AoEs yet. Needs to happen. I needs it. Gary, get it for me on the phone. Ethereal cobwebs up here. Are they planning to add to Tales of the Shire? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. That was a phenomenal game. I had a great time with that last year. My niece is playing that right now and enjoying it. Kudak. I think everybody who played Veilguard liked Veilguard, Jacove. There was, there were complaints. Sure, there were definitely critiques that you could make about that game. I had critiques. Still had fun playing it. Like, you can critique something and still have a great time with it. I think we can actually start the DLC soonish. Yeah, I don't feel like doing the queen bee thing. Oh, these are significantly harder. I actually lost health on that. We are in a new zone, kids. Things have scaled up. I don't know why I'm moving around so much. I don't need to. Yeah, these take quite a bit more firepower to take down. We have hit the next level, folks. Things have scaled. Yeah, I remember that being a really big step up in normal difficulty. I was like, oh shit. It's even a step up on easy mode. Like, not life-threatening, but like, oh wow, these take, Other things I can kill in 3 to 5 fireballs. This stuff's like, no, you need 30.
We may be in for a fight.
Oh, you are bad guys. Camelot Desert.
I will be your downfall. Tis but a scratch.
Just but a flesh wound. Well, we'd be sneaking on by there, won't we? Oh, I hit the button. Gosh darn it. I hate it when I do that and trigger the... Alright. We need to set a bonfire and then we can move on. Level up! What's we got over here? That's nice, but I don't desperately need it. Restrict your maximum killing with a critical hit. Max health is increased, but I'll take that. That gives me some more hit points. Which I'm not gonna say no to as a mage, like... Looks like it might be a chest or something over there. No, those are just mushrooms. Oh, Drowner Caster. Ooh, I like that ice spell, whatever that was. These guys have way more abilities, too. I'm gonna have to get some new spells. Oh yeah, don't stay near that thing. Oh, fuck me, he licked me. I don't want to be licked, sir. Oh! Get away from me. Dude, this guy has an ass load of hit points. And I don't want to just stand in one spot because he does the... I gotta just pay attention to that thing. He still got caught. I wish there was like a dodge button. Fucking hideous too, man. I can take all those hits, just not the one where he rears up. Holy shiznizzle. Now, a couple of these drowners were using like, oops, I didn't need to pick that up. We're using like ice spells against me. Well, that was intense. Right bumper is dodge. Oh, hold up. How did I not know that? Thank you for that, Jinx. I guess I vaguely remember this being... They have some weird controls on this. It's probably why I had forgotten all about this. The other thing I keep doing is I have stealth on several of the other games I'm playing is down press on the right thumbstick. And other games it's B. So there's been a couple of games recently where I've been using the down stick to stealth. And only problem is when you do that here, it goes into the power mode. And I keep forgetting about it and wasting my power. But thank you for the dodge. I had forgotten all about that. No, I'm not gonna play the old Fable games. They don't have anything to do with the new Fable, so I don't have an incentive to do so. Dude, there's all sorts of shit in this zone. No, fuck this. I'm running, man. I don't even know if this is the right way. Find me the castle. Oh, I hit the post. Find me the safety of the castle. I need to see about getting new gear. Holy crap, this place is nasty. And look at all these mobs. I do not think that is the right way. I'm gonna get hit in a tree. Oh shit, I got a long way to go. That's way over there. Alright, hold up. We need to head south. Find the road. Yeah, there we are. Piss off, wolves. You actually don't look like you were attacking me. You're just sitting there. Oh, you fucking kidding me? And then my AoE, my auto defensive AoE killed it. Ha ha ha. Alright, this is the way, right? Yeah, we just need to follow this road. Oh, and we've got more critters. And even more critters. Oh, Jesus. They were calling lightning down from the sky. Oh my god, and a bear. I'm getting fucked up. Run! Dude, this place is gnarly. Is that where I'm heading? That's where I'm headed. Oh yeah, they've got the protection of the Menon? I forget what it's called. No, they're still on me. Run! Stop calling your stupid fucking horse. Fast travel.
Remain vigilant.
Fast travel. There's no stamina. I don't gotta worry about it. Just go. I lied. There's totally stamina. It refreshes really quick though. Deep breath. I think this is the point where I can do the DLC. The menu.
Don't even say that. Someone comes, lights them in here, and then dies on all watch? People would be at my door with pitchforks.
He's waking up. Welcome back to the land of the living, our hero.
Help him up, Ansem. Welcome to my home. Quite a scene unfolded at the Menhir, with you at the heart of it. I can't decide if I'm more delighted or surprised. What was it that made the Menhir react to you?
I carry King Arthur within me.
I see. You have a habit of not taking things seriously, don't you? But this is no trivial matter, so I demand respect. Come now, you must have a theory.
I wish I knew too.
The local Menhir here have been rather lifeless for quite some time. Then you come along, breathe life into what was dead, and, whether you meant to or not, alter the course of our history. That's how I see it anyway. Tell me, do you know what this Menhir represents?
They're statues that ward off the weirdness. Merlin built them.
So they say. The Menhirs were raised by Merlin to ward off the ancient mists that burst monsters beyond human comprehension. But none of this matters in our current situation. Here, the Menhir represents something more. For some, it's a symbol of freedom and independence. Strength, if you will. It shows that the people of Connacht, my subjects, can face any challenge, even at the world's end. And for others, like our guest from Camelot, whom I'm sure you've seen, it's a symbol of power. Power once granted by King Arthur, and therefore by Camelot. And power that has been granted can be taken away.
Camelot wants to take your men here. It would kill your people.
I'm well aware. And now we're also facing an outbreak of the Red Death, which will no doubt influence Camelot's decision on whether to offer my people shelter. But with the Menhir reignited, the people of Connacht will be even less willing to give up and go to Camelot. If anything, I expect rebellion to break out. And bloodshed is something neither we nor the capital want.
What would you prefer to happen?
I don't know, to be honest. It's not something I could admit publicly, but I feel both sides have a point. I understand the people who don't want to abandon their homeland, and I understand the knights, who must face a long-lost terror and find a solution to an impossible problem. Believe
Somewhere
me,
out there, though, there is a
being
modder
lord in
who
times
says,
like
I don't
these
accept this
is a
decision.
heavy burden.
I'm going to create a mod, and I'm going to bypass it, because the writing sucks, and I want to create my own power fantasy. I'm never going to not stop poking fun of it. I'm just searching for Palamiti's shield.
Palamiti's shield, you say? An unusual request. That shield rests beneath the
I
Menhir.
refuse to be
And legend has
railroaded
it that it used to
narratively.
fuel its power for centuries. I don't mind if you look at it, touch it, whatever you need.
Why can't
Just
Batman
don't
be a
take
solution?
it.
Psh,
It's
I'm
a
going to write
treasured
Batman
relic.
in.
And the people of Connacht are quite attached to it. And you're probably just as attached to your head, which you'll lose if we catch you trying to steal the shield.
Fair enough. So what do you want from me?
I want you to speak with Denholm and try to calm him down. He's the commander of Camelot's forces stationed in Connacht, and as you probably imagine, your presence here didn't exactly make his job easier. With the men here active again, everything could change. If you need anything, speak to Ansem. He's the one who decides what's worth my time.
All right.
If I just stay put, everything will be just fine. Ah, a new face. I am Anselm, Major Domo to Lord Yvain. Any business to be done in Connacht usually passes through my hands first.
What kind of business?
From managing the court's affairs to ensuring Connacht doesn't collapse under its own weight, it's my duty to keep things running smoothly. Not an easy task, given the times. And you? What brings you here? Wandering so close to the heart of Connacht's business. You don't strike me as the idle type.
Must be challenging to protect the court in these times.
Challenging doesn't begin to describe it. The court is the heart of Connacht, and if it falters, the rest follows. That's a heavy weight to bear. But if I'm honest, it's the plague that keeps me awake at night. I've seen what it does, how it spreads, how it steals lives without mercy. I lost my family to it. The only reason I'm still here is because I was locked away at court while they were quarantined. Since then, protecting this place, keeping it safe, has been more than a duty. It's been everything. Take care out there.
Need to set me a bonfire. Oh. That's not Arthur. Who are you?
The lost one cannot hear you. She walks again the paths she forsook, wading through familiar darkness. Well met, my friend. Strange to see you beneath these noisy skies.
Oh, this is for the DLC.
I find I much prefer the quiet depths of the sea.
Okay, hold up. I actually need to timestamp this. I didn't. So I said a few minutes ago, I was like, now that we're in the city, I think this is where the DLC starts. And I'm remembering the document they sent over. Pretty sure this is the DLC right here, because they said it's after you get the cutscene for Connacht, which we've done and we've gotten there. I guess the first time you place a campfire, he shows up. So this is. What is the name of this DLC again? I gotta go look really quick. Sanctuary of Ceres. Okay. Sanctuary of... Because this will get cut out into its own playlist. So this is 35 minutes in. Cool. Alright, so this is going to be the start of the DLC. And I am going to attempt it. We'll see if I'm high enough level to do it. I don't know what the level cap is on it. Lord of the Seas, we are honored by your presence. What is it that you seek?
There is a place in the depths that calls you. A domain both mine and not mine. Lingering on the seabed for centuries. I have a certain fondness for it. I once helped it grow.
What's up, tomfoolery?
Yet
Good
from
morning.
the beginning, it has been stagnant. Its beginning was your doing, Arthur. Now that you have returned, help it move at last.
How do we get there?
By descending into the coldest depths of the sea. How else? Do not fear. You will not drown. I will not permit it. But there, my part ends. What follows is yours to shape.
Okay.
I trust you will not keep me waiting too long, my friend.
This is just backward talk. Something vessel to vessel. I didn't see the rest of it. It reminds me of Twin Peaks. Alright. Yeah, let's just rest until tomorrow morning and then we can suss forth. Sally forth, my friend. The Descent. It wants me to set another bonfire. What the heck? Okay. Okay, so these are related to the place we're in. I see. What do you think happened to them in here?
I have no idea. The Menhirs were Merlin and Nimue's domain. I was mostly just relieved they worked. Although I've always felt an odd sense of familiarity with them. I think they reacted to the power we now wield. The Four-Dweller element within us. But why and how? That's beyond even my understanding. But tell me, are you well? You were unconscious for a while.
I'm fine, no need to worry.
Good. That's good. You're admirably resilient. You remind me of some of my knights. The ones who helped me to build Avalon. Never surrendering, never backing down. We may not have chosen each other's company, but I'm glad it's you I ended up traveling with.
What do you think of Lord Yvain?
Well, the apple has fallen far from the tree. I don't see the air of Palamedes in him. His ancestor was a ruler devoted to his people. He was even capable of defying me when the situation called for it. I always respected him for that. And Yvain, I see a man trying to please everyone. That is the gravest sin a leader can commit. Decisions are never easy, but they must be made. I see that the current Lord is trying to delay that moment, and I fear it's his people who will suffer most because of his indecision. I know much time has passed. I just hope Palamedes' bloodline wasn't diluted by the carelessness of one of Yvain's foremothers.
Okay. Oh, it says set another bonfire. What the heck? What do I still need to talk about? That must be a UI bug. Because I don't have any points, right? Yeah, that's just got to be a UI hiccup. Telling me to set a bonfire. Alright. Now, how did that... Oh, I see at the top there's a specific... Okay. I was like, where did the quest go? So they have it separated into its own tab here. Okay. How far away is that? Because you know something I forgot about is I'm gonna have to like probably upgrade my gear. It's a ways down there because I don't know what level of DLC is, but the zone here has been quite different. I need to get some. I don't remember being able to get skill ups from reading plaques, but that just gave me a point in archery. I don't remember that from the first time I played. I think there's a priestess in here or something. I'm wondering if she has spells and stuff, because I'm going to need an upgrade to my power. Korean Gamer says, I've never played a Fable before, but I'm hyped for the new one. It looks amazing. The first 3 games were very special for their time. I don't know how well they've held up graphically, to be honest with you, because I haven't looked at them in years. But we're talking Fable was two console generations ago or 3 console generations ago. It was a long time ago, the first Fable. Um, Phenomenal game. I can't answer that for you, Korean. I think it's going to be can you handle old graphics? It's going to be an old quality of life stuff. It's a phenomenal game, but like all of these older games, like Knights of the Old Republic, Morrowind, you know what I mean? Baldur's Gate 1, like I can look back on those games and say they were phenomenal games. Worth playing in 2026? It's going to depend on your tolerance for minimum standards of quality of life and graphics. But the original Fable trilogy was amazing. But I don't know enough about the Fable Anniversary Edition, so I would say it's just going to depend on your tolerance. You're going to go make me Google it now, though. It was a remaster of the original game released in 2014. That's still like a 12-year-old thing. I'm gonna go watch a video really quick.
Sleeping all alone at the bottom of that pool.
You know, that anniversary, the graphics aren't. It definitely looks like a previous generation game, but it doesn't look that bad, to be honest with you. Hang on, can I show this? Let me get this on screen here really quick. I hadn't looked at the anniversary edition. This actually, I mean, it's not that bad, to be honest with you. What I have no clue on is like what kind of quality of life does it have, because it's still a 12-year-old remaster. Shit. Can I get this in the Xbox? Surely I can. Hang on. Oh, it's gonna. Hang on. It's not gonna want to let me do that. It's like, hang on, dude. Pick a window. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, you totally got me on a side quest. Okay. Fable and installable. Is this part of Game Pass? If it's part of Game Pass, available with Game Pass. Install. Sorry, you got me on a side quest. Don't know when, but that's installing. Fuck y'all. It's your fault. It's your fault. I take no blame for this. Oh my goodness. When did that originally release? 2004? Holy shit, that's a long time ago, yeah. Well, that's installing. Yes, it is important to know that the original games have nothing to do with the new game, because it is a reboot, so there's no story ties or anything else. But there are a bunch of people who have nostalgia for the first
You're
games.
here.
So
Let me look at you. You seem to have recovered after whatever happened at the Menhir. The All-Mother herself must be
completely
watching
different
over you.
storylines, different world. It's a complete reboot from the ground up. I'm sure there will be Easter eggs back to the original games.
Whatever the All-Mother wanted you to see is between you and her. I can only accept and work with the outcome. Besides, I'm more concerned with the impact your little spectacle had on the sentiments in the village. You've given people hope. Only time will tell if that was misguided or what the consequences will be if it proves true.
Whose grave is this?
Here lies Lady Maeve, wife of Lord Yvain Tarion, my
Yes.
dearest friend.
It's like
The
a
one
life
I couldn't
simulator
help.
on top of a
You're
fantasy
wondering
RPG.
why I'm here, aren't you? I'm wondering the same. I thought I'd find solace or perhaps even grief, but all I feel is numbness.
No, I don't have time to do a playthrough of the originals, no. But I do have time to load Fable Anniversary Edition and jump on and play like 2 hours for a first impressions video and say, this is what this looks like in 2026, and put a catchy thumbnail on it and something like Anniversary Edition, Fable Anniversary Edition in 2026. Is it worth it? Like, that's leaving money on the table. I say this now, and then 3 months down the road, I'm playing Fable 3. Oh
There
no,
is
I have
more
way
than
too many
one
new
way
games to play this
spread
year.
the All-Mother's grace. Why shouldn't a priest?
We're very busy right now, and I'm already on Destiny 2 and Skyrim on
Lord
Sundays.
Yvain is in a precarious situation.
And I got to get through
He
this
needs all the
game
support he
before I
can
can start
get,
high on life
and
too.
supporting
So
him in this endeavor only benefits the residents of Kunort.
I'm already allowing myself
Besides,
2
my
indulgences with
apprentice
Destiny
Ailey is
2 and
very
Skyrim.
talented
I
and
don't
can
get any
handle
more right
all the
now.
matters that
And I still got
require
to do some
more
Elder Scrolls Online
hands-on approach
this week.
perfectly well.
But we are about to wrap. I think I'm only going to do one more quest line in Fallout 76, and then I'm done with Fallout 76 for now. I want to do the Ghoul quest line, which we will start on Monday. As soon as I finish up the Ghoul quest line, I'm going to be done with Fallout 76 for now. And then we're pretty close to the end of my main Elder Scrolls Online. I would like to finish the Thieves Guild DLC, but then that has to go on the back burner in between projects. Soonish.
May the All-Mother watch over you.
Can I not buy anything from you?
All-Mother guide you.
I could have sworn. I guess I didn't remember correctly. Yeah, these are all just tunes. And I don't get any map on the inside of here. Man. Okay. It's on sale right now on Steam for like $11. Nice. Yeah, since they're all Xbox games, they're on Game Pass. So, yeah, that was an easy download decision. That's what you call an impulse decision. It's like, oh, the Anniversary Edition is available on download. I'll take a look at it later. That's definitely something we can do on a Sunday afternoon, just for a one-off. It's like yesterday, I did a one-off Starfield just for funsies. We will be doing more, never fear. In the future, when the game comes out later.
Oi, you there, Sleeping Beauty. I saw them carrying you into Yvain's mansion. You feeling better now?
Uh-huh.
Good. Would have been a shame if something happened to the one who lit up the Menhir.
What's up, Blue?
No wonder
Thanks
they brought
for the
you
membership
straight
on
here.
YouTube.
Tell me, did you get to see our lord? Or just that snake of his, Anselm?
What do you really want?
Sorry, stranger. I meant no offense. Name's Morag. I'm the innkeeper around here, though, as you've
I love
probably
Game Pass.
seen, there's not much of an inn left to keep. Truth is, I was hoping that, with what happened at the Menhir and all, you might have Lord Yvain's ear. And maybe you'd be kind enough to whisper a thing or two into it on my behalf?
We could do that. Who was it yesterday? S-Fan, I think is his name. He's like a big streamer. He posted this yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I mean, but he said on Twitter, he's like, is Game Pass just the most insane value or what? You get all the first-party games on PC off the rip. What am I missing? Am I missing something here? Also launching on PS5 too. This is kind of crazy, and he's referring to Fable. This is when I say, like, Xbox is beyond, like, they don't give a there is no console war for them. There is ecosystem. So if you play a lot of games, Xbox, even with the price hike, I know there were so many people controversial about the price hike. The price hike was a big deal, definitely. But if you play a ton of Xbox games, then it is worth it. Now, if you're someone like my brother who plays 2 new games a year, it's not worth it. Like, he canceled his Ultimate subscription. Because he's like, I'm only playing 2 or 3 games a year anyway, so I don't get a chance to really get my money's worth even out of the existing Game Pass sub, and so I'll just cancel. You're better off just buying the games outright in that case. But if you can afford the $30 a month, it's more than that with tax for me. It's almost like $33 a month. And you play enough Xbox/PC games that are part of Game Pass, it's totally worth it. And they're also launching on PS5. Like this year, we're getting the Halo franchise is coming to PS5 with full crossplay and everything else. Like, they ain't stupid. Like, it's an insane value if, and I stress the if you play a lot. If you play more than 2 or 3 games a month, and the majority of those happen to be like games that are also on Game Pass, then it's worth it. Right, Allie. I think you're in the same situation as my brother. You only might pick up like 2 or 3 new games per year. So that's totally legitimate. Why can't you talk to Lord Yvain?
Because he doesn't bother listening to us common folk, even when our livelihoods are at stake.
Yeah, that's my brother
If we're
downgraded
lucky,
too, Ogrenot.
we get to air our grievances to Anselm, but wait for the Lord's decision is always his answer. How long can we wait? We're not some lazy nobles. We don't just get to put our lives on hold. We've got to eat, damn it. And unlike him, we have to work for our meals.
So what do you need?
Camelot shut down my inn. Said it was because of the Red Death, but the Red Priests have been here for ages, and they never had a problem with my place. And last I checked, Yvain's still our lord, not one of those Camelocians. What gives them the right to meddle in our business?
That's true.
I thank you, stranger. All I want is a straight answer. The least he could do is make Camelot pay me some kind of compensation.
That's fair.
Them bastards come in here acting like they own all of Connacht. I'll wait here for you.
She totally has a valid point. I mean, technically Camelot is the overlord. Hold up, we're supposed to talk to the fire, I think. Welcome aboard, Will. Started your run on Lotro. It's a good game. The All-Mother and her priestess must have seen better days.
Like many things in Avalon, it seems. But yes, they used to be quite influential. Sometimes unnervingly so. They had the ears and hearts of the people, and they made them rather bold in voicing their opinions. As you can imagine, we didn't always see eye to eye. That led to some unfortunate confrontations.
What do you mean?
I couldn't allow people to openly disagree with me, no matter the influence they thought they held among my subjects. The temple's representatives didn't approve of my use of the weirdness during the war, and they made their opposition public. I decided that such opposition deserved punishment.
Silencing voices is tyranny.
Sometimes it's necessary, and that was one of those times. In times of war, a leader cannot appear weak, cannot afford to look uncertain. Call it what you like, but war demands obedience, not debate.
So, knowing what I knew yesterday about that Starfield video, the part that I clipped out for social media this morning, I knew was going to be thought-provoking.
I should stay out of trouble.
Because we're talking positively about both Starfield and Dragon Age: The Veilguard, and oh shit, it does not disappoint. I'm already my favorite comment so far. I'm seeing this on Instagram. Potions and Pew Pew says, I installed Starfield the moment I saw that it had gay options in the character creation. Doesn't matter if it's a 10 out of 10 game, I'm not playing it. Fuck you, Potions and Pew Pew on Instagram. Those are the people who legitimately never fucking played Starfield. They never fucking played Dragon Age: The Veilguard, and they are the exact people I'm talking about in this video. They claim that they hate the game. They claim that it's a shitty game. They play that it's not worth playing. Even if it's a 10 out of 10 game, they claim it's not worth playing because, oh my god, it had body choice A, body choice B, or sliders, right? Oh, it doesn't specifically say male, female. I'm not fucking playing this game. Fuck off. Like, get out of here. Like, that's nonsense. That is incel retarded nonsense right there. Like, no. And those are the issue is that when people talk about Starfield or Dragon Age: The Veilguard, those are the loudest voices. There is a game right now. I can't remember the name of it. It's like a Knights something. It's an upcoming RPG that just got shown off during the Game Awards. Oh, what is the name of the game? Anyway, it's like a third-person RPG where you play like you sword, and a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, this game looks so good." And then somebody asked them yesterday or 2 days ago. They've got a viral post. They're going viral for all the wrong reasons. Someone asked, "Are there going to be LGBTQ plus representation in the game?" And the game developer, on their Twitter account, whoever's running their social media, replied, I need to find it so that I don't put this out of quote. They basically said, fuck modern agendas, we're just making an actual good video game. And it was like, oh, yeah, coming in from the...
I should stay out of trouble.
The other side of the equation. Hang on a second, a night game. I gotta find this, I don't know what to Google. The Knight's Path, here it is. We care about gaming and fun, not modern agendas, is what they said. It's all over the news last night. I was like, oh shit.
If I just stay put, everything will be just fine.
So they start off by criticizing Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. In some areas, it's just, yeah. I'm trying to find the exact tweet here. I think it was a comment. Anyway, dude. The vast majority of the internet right now is reacting that way and saying, fuck you, Knight's Path. Like, we are not going to be supporting your game. And not because they don't have the representation, because you could say that you don't have representation. You could just say, that's not going to be a focus of our game. That's all you needed to say. That's not going to be a focus of our game. That's a political way of saying, for whatever reasons, they didn't include LGBTQ plus representation. But to come out and say, we just focus on making games, not modern agendas, that's the incel. We don't believe that you have rights. We don't believe that homosexuals and transgenders have the right to be represented. We don't want you in our community. We don't believe that your agenda is a real thing. That right there, fuck you. I'm not supporting that developer. Like, when you bring your politics out front front and center and tell people like, we don't want you. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. All the Asmongols of the world will love your game, but the actual
less
gamers of the
attention,
world are
the
now
better.
going to be boycotting.
Ah, you need something.
It's nuts. By the
I
way, guys,
wasn't
I would like to
expecting
say something really
company.
quick. If you'll notice that this morning my chat is much calmer, we're not running TikTok today. So I got this is a funny thing to me. So I understand the pros and cons of TikTok.
Do you need something?
Shut up, you're gonna bark at me the whole time. I understand the pros and cons of TikTok. I've been live streaming with it for a couple months because it's really good for growth. But holy fuck, is it a huge difference when we have TikTok live streaming on and TikTok live streaming off. Because you'll notice that we have next to no stupidity in the chat. Like, we're allowed to discuss and have conversations, and we can critique things without having a whole bunch of people start talking about how slop and garbage and all this other stuff, right? That community on TikTok is the most unfiltered cesspool of humanity that I can think of. And I'm sitting here, so we're not streaming on it because 2 nights ago when I was playing Skyrim, I was running with my two-handed axe in my hand, and somebody says, "What did you like most about this build?" And I yelled something along the lines of, not yelled, but I was like, the best part about being a barbarian in Skyrim is being able to run around with a two-handed axe, just chop everybody's heads off and kill everybody. And the AI algorithm immediately nuked my stream and gave me a violation for violence and criminal activities. And the automatic system sent me like an official warning to my account, and I appealed it, and I'm still waiting for the appeal to go through. So I'm not, I can't do live streaming on TikTok right now. But while, and of course all my videos are still going, and they're doing well on that platform and everything else. But it's also just like, it sucks to me that there's such a huge difference when we have that chat off, because it is an extremely powerful tool for visibility, and it drives a ton of people to my YouTube for the in-between stuff, right? But oh my god, is it so fucking horrible to have that chat. And I've been debating while I'm running it to just completely have that chat turned off and just not even pay attention to it. Because it's worth it for the growth, but it is the worst fucking toxic. It's so nice to not have that chat running during yesterday's stream and today's stream. And I'm just sitting here going, do I really want to go back to it? Do I care about growth that much? I'm still making that decision internally, because it's so fucking bad. It is so fucking bad. And Instagram, I wouldn't stream on Instagram anyway because it's so hard to do. They make it, you have to jump through so many steps. But like, it's the same thing over there. Like the comments section, I pretty much can dictate now when I know how to provoke a reaction from a video, because all I have to say is say something that's against what certain YouTube creators are saying, and it will blow up in the comments section, and I'll get 500,000 to 1 million views on the piece of content. And I'm like, this is brain dead, like, stupidity at this point. Like, I can't express any legitimate thoughts whatsoever on these platforms, because the moment you do, the fucking hate brigade comes out and just goes absolute ape shit over everything you post. And on YouTube, I have the comments. We talked about this. I turned them on like 3 months ago or 2 months ago. I turned it to only subscribers can comment on YouTube. It was the best fucking decision ever. My YouTube is so awesome these days. Like, I no longer have to spend an hour and a half of my day moderating dipshits. I wake up and there's just, people, actual human beings in the comments section, as opposed to these rage bait idiots who just want to regurgitate why every game is slop or garbage. And it's like, oh, this is so amazing. I have filtered the idiots.
I know. I've already asked Anselm to tell her to wait.
But Renfail,
But
you're
more
silencing the
stubbornly.
critics. No, I'm not.
Honestly,
Silencing the
What does she
idiots. We
expect
don't
me
want
to
them
do?
here.
I'm not about to argue the
Legitimate complaints are welcome.
Not when there are far more pressing matters at hand.
But free speech! Nuh-uh. No shirt, no shoes, no service. You want to enter my private enterprise.
I don't doubt
There
that.
are rules.
But Connacht is in a precarious position. I wouldn't be surprised if Denholm shuts the inn down out of fear of rebellion. And I'm hardly in a position to challenge his decision. We all have to endure these inconveniences a little longer.
So, you know how we call it snowflake generation? In Mexico, they call it the crystal glass generation, like the glass generation, the crystal generation, because they shatter like glass at any critique, at any sort of like, you're not allowing me to speak my mind and yell about everything.
Well, surely she's been given some sort of compensation, hasn't she?
Nothing is idiot proof, you just get better idiots.
Oh,
Very true.
that is unfortunate. I can see why she's upset. Very well.
Exactly.
Tell her she'll
Many,
be paid
it's clear
part
they've
of the
never
damages
taken
from my
civics
coffers.
classes.
And I'll speak with Denholm about her situation. When I
Free
have
speech
the
is not
time.
the ability to say
I
anything
can't
you
offer more
want
than
whenever
that.
you want. That's not what free
As
speech
long
is.
as this stalemate with Camelot holds, reopening the inn is out of the question. That's my final decision. Now, was there something else?
I have to inform her, but she should have been compensated.
If I just stay put, everything will be just fine.
See ya, Ogrenaut. Every platformer is worth it. Oh, Jesus, that took a lot of my health.
And? What did he say?
He'll cover part of the damages himself, and he'll ask Camelot to pay
But the
the
inn
rest.
stays closed? Figures. So now, instead of standing around here, I'll be stuck at home, hoping those thugs from Camelot will graciously pay what they owe me. I'd say it's better than nothing, but honestly, it's barely that. Eh? Should have known better than to count on that good-for-nothing lordling.
Can we do
Thank
the
you,
simple Jack
stranger.
thing again?
I'm glad
We
at least
totally
someone
can
here
now.
still cares about the common folk.
That was the other annoying thing. Like, I mean, I will, once it comes back, we'll get back to using it, but it's ridiculous how the AI will flag things. Like, it doesn't understand, and this just goes to show you that even though AI can be a powerful tool, it's never going to be that good, because it can't differentiate in context right now. Like, it was like you were running around with an axe screaming about beheading people. That's a criminal activity. And I'm like, what the fuck? We're playing a video game. Alright, it started tracking this quest again. Stop. I do need to find a merchant, though. Somebody who's got spells.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
It's town housing.
Nice to see you.
Looks like you sell food?
You're not here to talk about the men here, are you? Oh, there are far more. I'm Bonksy, by the way.
Yeah, what do you got? These are charms for crafting. Yeah, but she doesn't actually sell. I could sell some of this stuff though. Where did that book go? Oh, the Queen's Invitation, because I was like, yeah, I'm not going to that. Oh, there was a book too, though. Right? No, that was... Oh, there it is. Yeah, I had to read that to get the armor. We got it. Yeah, it's getting to that point. You can't use that word. You have to say unalived, JK. And that's why my wife was even telling me. She was like, you're gonna have to start saying unalived, and I was like, that's a hard thing to train yourself to do because it's very platform specific. You don't have to worry about that on any platform other than TikTok. TikTok, it's like you're not allowed to say, killed or assassinated or whatever. It's like you have to say unalived. Otherwise, that algorithm is gonna immediately take your content, give you a violation. It's that is that's welcome to 2026. So is that platform worth it? Is what 75 Montana was asking. It is. It's very much worth it.
Always a pleasure to see you.
All platforms are worth it. But you have to understand that every platform is a private business. And so they have their own rules. And if you're going to be on that platform, you have to abide by whatever rules that they put in place because it is a private business. Or you just don't use that platform. So like I can't, 100%, I cannot talk about things or do things and say things on YouTube even. People will say censorship. Not really. It's a public platform, or excuse me, a private platform, so they have the right to control what is said and done with their platform. Just like I have the right to manage my business in any way that I see fit. If I have a bakery or a restaurant, I don't want to serve vegan food. We're a steakhouse. You want vegan food? Go somewhere else. But how dare you not have vegan options on that? Fuck you. Go somewhere else. I have that prerogative as a business owner. And that's so every platform you're on has different rules and regulations about what you can and can't put on their platforms. I can't post Naughty Time stuff on any of these platforms, right? I would need to go get an OF account. I can on Twitter X. You can post naughty stuff on Twitter X, but I can't do naughty stuff on any of the other platforms. Like, go get an OF account. Like, you can't be putting nudies up on Instagram and TikTok or anywhere else. Free speech. No. Censorship. No. No. Uh, so I get it. It's just you have to. It's waters you have to navigate because some stuff is stupid. But but it is worth it. If you're doing this to make a living, 100%, it is worth it because it's not just about what revenue you might generate through like ad revenue and stuff. It's more about brand deals. And so a brand will come to your company and say, how many followers do you have on Instagram? 75,000. How many do you have on TikTok? Oh, I don't have a TikTok. Oh, you don't have TikTok? Well, actually, in order to work with us, we need you to have a robust social media profile that is on all the platforms. So best of luck out there. And the brand moves on and they will go work with somebody else who has all the platforms. So, yeah, it's one of those things where you definitely should have a TikTok account if you're going to be someone who is in whatever content creation scope that you're doing. It doesn't have to be gaming. It can be, shipping, merchandising, restaurants. You need a TikTok account as much as you need an Instagram account, as much as you need a Facebook account, as much as you need Twitter X, Blue Sky, a Discord channel. Like you need all those means, WhatsApp account, and the ability to do a business account with your WhatsApp account. Like you need all of those things if you're going to be doing any marketing. Oh, legit, Allie. Legit sensitive crybabies for sure. It is what it is. It's the cost of doing business. Every platform has a cost. It might be a monetary cost for a monthly fee. It might be watch your P's and Q's cost, where you have to, not say certain things and not put certain content on the platform. Welcome to the modern world. The only way you're going to get away from that is if you go live off on a, grow a beard and go Amish and go live out in the middle of nowhere, cut off from society with your solar internet and your outhouse and your rainwater collection system. That's the only way you're getting away from. And even then, you still got to pay taxes. You still got to pay property taxes when they come and take your land. And you still got to have your internet, because how are you going to promote your shit and tell people about your cool little, chicken farm and look at what you're doing with these homegrown vegetables and the chicken bone broth that you made and the fact that you're butchering your own meat and all this stuff. Like, you still have to have a fucking internet connection for all that shit. So you still have to have a social media network. Unless you're 100% wealthy or willing to live in abject poverty, where you're just, surviving like a caveman. Those are your only two options. Live within the system or go be a cave person somewhere in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains. Good luck with that. I love air conditioning and internet, so I live within the system. I have no desire to go live with mosquitoes and be eaten alive by worms. I want modern medicine. I want I want to be able to go get my pink eye taken care of. I want to be able to have an antibiotic for my strep throat. I want to be able to have, you know what I mean, like internet and all the modern luxuries that come with being a modern human. And everything we do has a price. Everything we use has a price. It doesn't matter what platform or what tool it is. You got me off on a philosophical rant this morning. But Ren, I should have free speech to say what I want anywhere.
Welcome to Varel's bookshop. No reading without buying. And if you're here for porn, kindly leave before you start.
We were just talking about naughty stuff. People were doing more than that just here reading?
Aye. Look, I don't begrudge anybody their reading habits. Each to their own. But some things should be kept private. Aye. Not only can I read, I can even make recommendations. Imagine that. So, if you have a joke to tell, don't bother. I'm pretty sure I've heard them all.
Okay.
Perhaps it is here and then they
Yep. I just want to open up your shop. You don't have any spells either. Do you have a recipe?
Oh, forgive the mess. What?
Nope.
Safe travels, kind fellow.
I just don't remember where all the merchants are in here. Yeah, good luck setting up your own social media platform, says JK. It is, so a very interesting thing that's happening where I live, which is something that's happening in many countries around the world. It's a new initiative. So, I just had to go. I've had this phone number. I've had this phone number I've had for 15 years. Since I first arrived here, I got this phone number. And when I first got here, I went and bought a phone, got the chip, set myself up with one of the cell phone companies, and within 30 days, you were required by law to register your number with your passport and your ID, right? It was required by law. Otherwise, they just shut your number off. And so, yeah. Well, they have updated all the rules as of 2026. So it's like 15, 16 years later now. So the cell phone companies are all now requiring new biometric data registered to every phone. So otherwise, they just deactivate your phone. They just deactivate your number, and you just can't use that number anymore. And if you want to go sign up for a new number, guess what? You're not getting a new number unless you give them biometric data. So if you want to have a cell phone in 2026, where I live, with data, as in, do you want a phone to make phone calls and to be able to have text messaging? If you just want a phone for social media and you're going to be hooked up to Wi-Fi 24/7, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about if you want a chip with a phone number and the ability to make phone calls and receive text messages, which is important for two-factor authentication, right? every two-factor authentication system is going to ask you to send text messages to a device or through an app potentially. So the new laws here state that if you want to have a cell phone with a number that receives text messages and can make calls, you must have biometric data associated with it. So we had to go in and do fingerprints and everything else. This is also tied to a greater initiative of this year, the government is moving towards digital biometrics associated with that, with well, every country has a different numbering system, social services, social security. Every country has a way of putting a number to your passport. Everybody's got a number that's part of the system that's for taxes and everything else, right? So the new initiative this year is that every new service that you open, new phone, new bank account, new real estate deal, anything that's new from 2026 onwards, you will need to have a digital version of that number with your biometric data linked to that in order to do any transactions nationwide that are new. If you already have bank accounts and all this other stuff, you're good. But all new transactions, and the phone company is tied into that because they're cracking down on fake identities and all this other stuff. It's all, you call it control, whatever you want to call it. It's just, it is what it is. If you want to live within the system, you have no choice but to go along with that. And that's what I'm trying to talk about earlier. Like, you can rail against it all you want, but unless you want to live off in a cave somewhere, this is the world we live in. So that's something we have to still have yet to do this year, is go and get all of my we both have to go get all of our biometric data signed up. And it's no different than like my passport. My US passport has biometrics associated with it. Fingerprints, eye scans, it's all I've been biometric for Jesus, how long have they been doing biometrics on passports in the US? 20 years? Longer? It's been a long time since I've had, if I wanted to travel, it was a requirement in order to get my passport that I have my biometrics linked to my passport. If you don't care about traveling, that's not a big deal. But if you do want to travel, you have to do it. There are no ifs, ands, or buts. You cannot just go get on a ship or get on a plane or cross a border without having a passport. Like, it's not fucking possible, right? You will be arrested in every country around the world if you try to travel without documentation. So if you don't care about traveling, it's not a problem. But if you want to travel, and I was traveling for work, so I've always had to have my passport. And everything I do right now, this right here, all of it requires me to be 100% plugged into the system. It's like, you don't get the option of opting out if you're going to be a digital content creator and a streamer. You are 100% plugged into the matrix. So you either get over it or don't make a living online. Yeah, JK, banks are starting to require apps to use their services. Yep. It's the world we live in. I'm going to ride the wave for as long as I can. I am looking forward to the day when I could just not need social media anymore. I will admit that, though. Like, I recognize it as a tool that I use for my business, but I fucking hate it, and I wish I didn't have to use it. And I look forward to the day when I can say, fuck off, and, just completely retire and only, like, hop on and do YouTube videos once in a while just for funsies. Alright, there's nothing in the bookstore.
Oh, hello there!
Oh dear.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure that's
Damn
not
it.
allowed.
Welcome! I haven't seen you around before.
Oh, it's
Since you
total
decided to
spying.
visit,
It's
I can
totally
tell that
spying.
you
It's
have
total
excellent
control.
taste.
100%.
One day, a friend of mine asked me if her new dress looked good, and I told she was no.
Don't care, Osmond. I just want to see your shit. Do you really? Nobody sells spells. What the hell, man?
I envy you. If I only had access to bows like this when I was younger.
What brings you this way? Elixir and all. Yes, all magic is a scam. Anyway.
Oh, he has an anti-magic manifesto. Oh my god, so he's not gonna have any spells. He has a set of gear that fully inhibits your mana regeneration. So it makes you an anti-mage. And you get double damage against enemies who wield magic. Holy shit! He has a mage killer outfit. That's intense, man. This guy will just be like veggies.
Hello there. But
Nobody has a single spell. I could swear there was a mage in this town.
Help us so
No, this leads to the encampment.
Oi, you. You're new here, aren't you?
Right.
I've seen you around before.
Money laundering, right? Exactly, JK. Right, and that's the whole reasoning behind the new cell phone requirements here. It's to stop identity theft and fraud because we have a lot of like fake calls that come in, and so what they're doing is now is you have to have your biometrics signed up to get a phone number, and you're only allowed to register up to 10 numbers with any given ID with any given biometric. So you can have your family members and friends, or you could have up to 10 numbers. But if you've already had 10 numbers in your lifetime, you're shit out of luck. You're not getting another phone because you've burned through them and gotten penalties and all this other stuff. Is that a legitimate reason? Many people will be like, it has nothing to do with cutting down on fraud and cutting down on identity theft and money laundering. It has nothing to do with that. It's all about control. Yes, there is legitimately a control issue at play. Legitimately. That is not a conspiracy theory. But is it all about that? Like, I, as a reasonable human being, understand that there are issues with identity theft and fraud. I get so many spam calls all the time to my phone. Like, it's a legit thing. And so the problem is, right, the problem is, as JK says, the potential for abuse. That's the problem.
No, sorry.
That's the scary part.
It's just that we don't see many new faces.
Because we all know that politics,
just us and the locals
corrupt politicians.
And, well,
Jesus, just look at what's happening on an international stage. I'm not supposed to talk politics on my channel. It's real. Like, there are corrupt politicians who let power go to their head and they do nasty shit with it.
Do they? Then maybe we're all
That's
just
all I'm going to
sick of
say on the
looking at
matter.
each other. I'm sure they're not all bad. This must all be quite hard for them. But it's not like I want to be here either.
I don't care about this guy's quest at all.
But that... Well, please.
I'll take the quest, but what I really just want is try to find a fucking... someone who sells mage spells or something. You look like you have books, sir. Oh, you're probably the leader of the... Yeah, never mind, I can't talk to you anyway. Pretty sure there was something down here, too. There was, like, some more shops or something down here. Jesus, I need to worry about my health, apparently. I think that leads to the shield.
If you're here to chat, well...
Oh, you're the bounty lady. Which means there's a bounty board around here somewhere. I know there's a guy in the other... Is this the alchemist dude? See, he probably does have spells.
Open up, Ferkins. We know you're in there.
Get lost! You've taken everything from me. I won't give you anything else.
Stop whining and open
Oh yeah, selling data. It's 100% selling of the data, Allie. 100%. My wife is pissed right now because she had to go register her biometric data,
I need a rest.
and it's only been like, I don't know, like
What do you want?
10 days or something, and she's already gotten like 3 marketing calls from the cell phone company trying to sell her shit. She's like, all I did was come in and register my biometric data, and now they're suddenly calling me 3 times a week trying to sell me on their services and all their plans and everything else. And it's like, it is what it is. Just don't pick up the phone.
Then go to somewhere else. We have our orders.
They have your number now.
Not
They
a
remembered
chance.
you exist. Fresh
You could
meat.
Not because it isn't your job. But if you
Go,
really
marketing
must
team,
know,
go! It's like a
yesterday
set
one
of
our
hounds that they
warehouses
sick
caught
on a
fire
dog when they
because
see
of
it in
one
the
of
field.
Furket's
Get him, boy!
inventions.
Get him!
Venom ordered us to investigate, but how are we supposed to do that? We can't question the suspect. Come on, Furket! I don't have all day.
I don't care. Leave me alone.
He'd sooner talk to me than you.
I don't know you either. Why should I trust you with such a delicate task? Forget it. Unless Denham says otherwise, we'll keep at it until he relents.
Furket!
Get lost.
Do I not have a way of, like, talking to him? Ooh, there's something back. Ooh. That's theft. I can't even interact with the door. There's probably something I have to do somewhere else. Alright, well, I haven't found any spells or anything here, so I'm gonna risk this and just see what happens. And see if it's out of my difficulty level or not. Yeah, I don't answer mine either. Like, anybody I know in real life will text me and be like, hey, are you available for a call? And I can say yes or no. My brother and I, as an example, we communicate with WhatsApp because it's all voice messaging. It's literally, or video messages. We'll have full on back and forth, like 30-minute conversations, and it'll just be me recording a 5 to 10 minute video message, and then he records a 5-minute voice message, and then I respond with a 10-minute voice message, and then he responds with a 3-minute video message. Like, what do we need a phone for? Like, I only keep a phone number for business reasons. It's really the only reason. And any company that's going to call me is going to set up an email first. And so it's, I don't answer my phone, but nobody. Ever. I probably get 3-4 calls a day. I don't answer anything. If you know me, you text me. And if you're a business partner, you'll be reaching out through email first. I use Discord calls for a lot of things too. I've had a couple of people in like the last year who still wanted me to go to Skype, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I no longer have that program available to me. I could do a video call on Discord, or I can set up a WhatsApp video call. We could do a conference. But yeah, I don't use Skype anymore. I'm like, whatever. Discord's way better. I used to use Skype a lot, but Discord is such a better product.
Don't let your guard down. It's just a flex. I'll get you back tenfold. 'Tis but a crack.
I'm just gonna have to put more points into leveling up my spell power, because there's a huge difference in this stuff. There's a level up anyway.
My shield is a fortress.
Oh, I picked something up that I didn't mean to. Oh shit, I'm supposed to take a break, guys. I got so into it that I forgot I need to take my eye break. Oops. Sorry, doctor. That's how you know the glasses are working, everybody, because I'm like, suddenly I'm sitting here going, oh, I can play. Like, I feel much better. I think this is day 7 of the glasses. That's how you know they're working, right? We're gonna take 5, everybody. Let me, we'll just pause it here. I'll be back in a few minutes. That turned into, oh shit, the trash guys are coming up the road. We didn't have trash ready to take out. They were like 30 minutes early. So I had to run around the house really quick with Chris and get all our trash to take out. Sorry. And then cats wanted a snack, so. Sometime this morning, the workers are showing up too. Mine was pretty fast, JK. I've always had sensitivity to the light, like bright lights, but like when I remember when I first started playing this game was when I first started getting headaches this past year, 2025. I was getting like eye strain and headaches, and like I remember I did like a week long, like 10 or 12 hour streams for this game, and all of a sudden I was like, man, I've got blurry vision. I can't read my phone. My eyes hurt. And then we immediately went from that into Dune Awakening, and Dune Awakening was like 12-hour streams every day for like a month. And at like by the end of like July, I was like, okay, and I think that was when I took my first like break ever. I was like, I'm taking a day off, or I took 2 days off or something. And then my eyes felt better, and I went right back to it, and then it happened again within like the next month, and then I was like, oh shit, I guess it's probably, and then it's just progressively gotten to the point where shorter and shorter sessions. It was like I just couldn't play longer than 2 or 3 hours before my eyes would start hurting. And it was like I just couldn't see the phone like at this distance. I would have to pull it, you know, like an extra 10 or 12 inches. And I gotta say, this is day 7 with these. I'm still not 100%. The phone is obviously the biggest difference. I actually can see my phone now because I got a little bit of magnification. But even the stigmatism correction has been there's a noticeable difference when I use these on like the computer. The hardest part though is still like the doctor's like, I want you to wear them all day, and trying to walk around. Yeah, this is blue light, UV light, anti-reflection, anti-glare. It does everything. I go outside, they turn dark. Like, I spent a chunk of money on these glasses. And they're progressive, so you know, outside is still tricky for me because when you walk, I'm used to walking a different, like, I'm always like, my eyes have always scanned where I walk. And so I always would hold my head up like this, and now I'm walking with my head more like this because, and even the doctor and the worker were like, when you're walking around, if you want to, just drop the glasses a tiny bit, you know, so that you're only looking through the top part. That's a tip to get used to the glasses while you're training your head. So that's the hardest part for me, has been trying to train my head. But I did learn something yesterday. Like I went down to the river to walk around and do some exercise, and I was like, I'm not gonna wear these to the river when I do my exercise because I sweat. I'm sweaty and they're moving around. It's like, it's just not worth it for me to wear them on those trips. But it is still difficult for me even after a week when I go walking somewhere, because of the way I'm only seeing the world through like widescreen right now. So trying to retrain your feet to step somewhere based on what you're looking at 10 feet ahead of you versus you just sort of glancing down when it's within a meter of you, right? So you're registering things farther away and training yourself that you need to deal with that. So there is it's challenging. The worst part is when I go to like look both ways to cross the street because I get fucking vertigo. Like you can't do fast movements with these glasses. Like it's just, I get full on like, oh. So there's been a lot of training, and it's, you know, it is what it is. Part of getting old. But I was laughing because I went an hour and a half and like completely forgot about my break. I was like, oh shit, I need to go, which means that they're definitely working because I'm not getting the eye fatigue. And we've been doing a couple streams a day. There's been a couple of days where I've had some eye fatigue by the end of the day, but for the most part, I'm feeling pretty good after a week of wearing these. Yeah, and it just remains to be seen if this is something where I'm gonna have to get a new prescription in another year, or if we're good for a couple of years. they told me unless I see a noticeable decline, it should be about 2 years before I need to worry about going in and getting like another eye exam. So, yep, long overdue. I don't need more glasses. Yes, you do. Real life is caught up. Probably posture is probably better for my work. Is the motion blur better than? Is motion blur significantly worse in FPS games in third person? It's worse in real life. Trust me, it's worse in first person. Well, I would hope 2 years because I paid for these out of pocket, and that's expensive. Obviously, it's a business expense, but yeah, I don't have eye insurance, so that was definitely a you're paying for these out of pocket. And I was happy to do so, but it was that's not a bill I want to eat every year. Every 2 years, okay. Oh, I think we're supposed to go. Long reading glasses, long distance glasses, and bifocal. Ultimately, I think I would prefer to graduate to a computer glass, like a computer screen glasses. So what I may do is in about 6 months, go back to my doctor and be like, hey, the glasses are working really good. What do you think? You know, would you be able to recommend, you know, me getting a set of computer glasses, and see what he says, because most of what I do is here. And maybe I won't care about this in 6 weeks' time, but right now it takes some getting used to using these on the computer, because I have to be like a robot and turn my head, and my posture has always been like I gotta take these off, otherwise it's gonna be blurry. So my posture's always been to play like this, right? Like to play slightly, you know, I'm leaned back into the chair, my head's a little bit back. Probably not the best posture, but so like some of the things he did was like bring your monitor down, tilt it up a little bit, get into the ergonomics of it. You're supposed to be, you know, so the posture thing is what's been like the hardest thing for me to get used to, is like posture and looking down.
You disturbed my peace.
It'll all take time.
Your armor won't save you.
But I'm also still I'm not willing to like do super long streams even right now, and even though I'm feeling better. I don't know that we'll do any 12-hour streams this year. Like, we'll see. I can't say never, but like, you know, when you've got 700 people tuning in, yeah, there's a reason you want to be live for as long as possible. You make hay while the sun shines, but I'm not gonna do that unless I've got like 500 plus viewers. It's just not worth it to me to go live for more than 3 hours. Just need to level up. Miner's 6 years old and no need for news, says JK. Nice. Freddy says I wear because of the PSP. Oh, I think we just want to go over here for spell power. Spell power should be a direct increase into the damage I'm doing, which is what I really need to boost up. I also, yes, so I graduated to I have a 32-inch monitor, and I totally graduated to a larger font on both the phone and the computer. I did that before I got the glasses, because it was like, I had to. It was like, it was really hurting. So I increased the font on my phone, I increased the font on the computer, and that made it a little bit more manageable. And I just kept it at that font, even with the glasses. I was like, I'm just gonna stay at this larger font. I would rather, because eyesight really for me is like, that's the one thing I don't want to fuck around with. Like, hand pain, leg pain, shoulder pain, whatever. Eyesight, oh no, we're gonna make sure that we take care of that. All right, I think we gotta go down here. This is where we're being led for the DLC. That's a temple. Oh, and we get a fast travel waypoint. Let's do a... This will be a screenshot for the... Stop resetting. How do I... So it is not wanting to let me pick a different angle. At all. This is a weird... I wonder if it's because we're standing in water. Let me get up on the... It was forcing the camera down at a weird angle. I've never seen the photo mode do that. I think it was because I was in the water. Yeah, here we go. Pose. Ooh. No, I'm pretty sure I'm cool with that one. Alright, let's get it somewhat centered right there. Toggle UI, and let's take a screenshot. And we will use this for... our DLC videos over on YouTube. DLC screenshot. Oh, it starts to turn even. Interesting. Very cool. Okay. Do, 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 do. Who makes Avowed? Obsidian. Who made Tainted Grail? Awaken Realms. What do those two companies have in common? Nothing. Therefore, what do their games have in common? Nothing. This is not Skyrim. This is not Avowed. This is not Fallout. This is Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon, and we're currently working our way through the DLC. This game is its own unique thing, just as all of those other games mentioned are their own unique thing. Alright, we are in new territory now, guys, because I have not played the DLC yet. So, as again, we should mention, shout out to Awaken Realms for the key to this. We are playing on the Xbox version of the game. Thanks to them for also providing us with some giveaway keys. We did some giveaways on the PC back around Christmas time, and we did an Xbox giveaway a few days ago when we started this second playthrough. Oh, there's definitely dead in here. Drowned souls. Oh my god, they have a boatload of hit points. This is what I was wondering about, was I wonder if my spells are going to be effective in here. We're going to have to bump up my spell power. Look at how little damage I'm doing to them. He's got 18 stacks of bleed on him, and he's still like, I'm immune to your attacks. He's probably got resists as well. Nice. A tuna, a mackerel. Seaweed and spirits. Do we have a map in here? We do not. Stained glass window. Hang on. Thought I heard a cat scratching at the door. Did not. So the workers are supposed to show up too. What I'm going to try to do this morning is I'm going to try to stream until the workers show up. Because as soon as they show up, the lights are going to start flickering because they're going to be welding all day today. So I do have to be conscious of that. So we're not going to do... It's another great way to keep me to shorter stream today. It'll be like the workers showing up. Be like, yep, you're done. As opposed to like, oh, I feel fine after 3 hours. Let's keep going. I think he was scratching at the door because I heard Chris saying something. Yeah, both games are worth it. If you've got the budget, grab them both. There's a lot of fish in all of these barrels. Oh. My beloved, I beg you, dry your tears. I can't bear the thought of you sitting there sad and alone. I promise you, when my mission is over, I will return to you in glory and honor, and our days will be filled with peace and happiness. I had to go, so I could earn us a life worthy of you, the kind you deserve. I know your father is right in his own way. He'd never allow you to marry a simple fisherman, but a simple fisherman who serves the Lord of the Seas and brings back riches of the underwater realm? That's a different story. I believe I'll succeed, my dearest. Listen to the waves. I'll come to you on one of them. Forever yours, Elijah. Oh. I would rather not pull the whole camp. Come on. Dude, I'm not doing shit to him. So he might be immune to fire or just level. Dude, I'm like not touching. Look at all the light armor level ups I'm getting though. I'm gonna want to back out and do other content, I think. I have no desire to struggle bust my way through this if this DLC is tuned for a higher level. Shit, did I get an ad? No, he's just... Hang on, let me, Even popping my Arthur shit is like, I'm not touching this guy. Yeah, I think we're gonna go do other content until I get leveled up and get more spell damage and or find better spells. Yeah, I suspect it's a major level. I didn't look to see. I don't remember seeing like a level requirement. Dude, I'm not even willing to do that right there. Screw that. I have no desire to sit there for 15 minutes and pull. No, thank you. Can I just get out of here now, or are you gonna follow me? Of course, now I gotta find my way out. I think it was over here. Pass. We'll be coming back to the DLC at some point. Jazz hands, spirit fingers, faster. Belno says these games remind me of Hexen and Heretic, Pentium 1. I don't think I played any of those. Alright. Different quest, please. This entire zone is more challenging, so I'm just going to have to work my way through and get stronger before I can come back and do that. No. Oh yeah, we need to go talk to the bookstore lady. People are recommending level 70? Ugh. That's a long way away.
Before you ask, no. I do not have any books personally signed by Merlin, nor will I fake his signature.
Looking for a book about pregnancy and labor.
Oh, expecting a wee one? Congratulations. Lucky you. I don't think I've seen a newborn in Cunicht for as long as I've lived here.
Access not for me, but for soldier named Rigby.
Oh, is it now? Well, well, well. And why can't he come home and buy it himself?
You know why.
I do. The question is, do you? I bet he sold you some sob story about how a big bad Delrida chased him off because he's a poor Camlosian soldier.
Maybe?
Oh, that's precious. I chased him off because he couldn't take no for an answer. He came in and tried to seduce me. Told me he just loves to devour books. But he'd gladly do the same with me. Books, sure. Maybe for breakfast, to add variety to his military fare. When I told him I wasn't interested, he got all pissed off and called me an ugly, dumb savage. I only let him leave with his teeth intact to avoid proving him right. Tell you what, I'll sell you that book. But fair warning, I'll be sending his fair wife the story of Giron the Unfaithful, with a special edition forward for me. Deal?
100%.
Ha! Pleasure doing business with you. I hope his wife won't go easy on him.
Yeah, Flightless. I just jumped in there. It feels like so they're not doing a lot of damage to me, but I'm not doing any damage to them, and I'm only level.
Well, I'm glad someone.
I'm not very high. What level am I? 15, right? So definitely, I don't think that 15 is the right level to go in there, because even on easy difficulty, like they're not harming me, but I'm not harming them. So either they've got some resists that I need to figure out, or I've just got to boost up my spell power and get some better spells and all of that stuff. So definitely we can keep plugging away at all this other stuff to grow stronger, as they would say in the 13th Warrior. Let's bring Rigby his book.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Hi. Have you had a chance to drop by the bookshop yet?
You lied to me.
What? I wasn't harassing her. I was just being friendly. I don't see what the big deal is. Besides, she should be grateful. I bet a savage like her doesn't get all that many compliments, especially not from men like me.
Chris and I have had some fun talks about how when she would get hit on when she was working in Cancun, because there are a ton of dudes who come in from like England and Canada and the US who view Mexican women as flesh to consume, beneath them on so many levels. You should be grateful I'm giving you attention. I'm from the United States. I'm from Canada. I'm from the UK. You're just a Mexican. Oh, dude. I lived in Cancun for 8 years, and I did a project where I worked for, we were working with TripAdvisor and Oyster for like, I don't know, it was like a year and a half. We did like 120 resorts in the Riviera Maya and 24 resorts in Puerto Vallarta. And yeah, you see some shit, you hear some shit. Tourists are horrible. Horrible people. People when they're on vacation are the worst fucking people ever. Because they're like, I'm in a foreign country where I'm, possibly, what are they going to do to me? Like, and I'm in a hotel or an all-inclusive resort. I'm spending money to be here. Everyone is my servant while I'm here. I'm going to treat people like absolute dog shit because I have money.
What? That bitch? I'll teach her what happens to people who try to get smart with me. You mark my words. Thank you for the warning. I'll have to write a letter to my wife. She'll forgive and forget, I'm sure of it. Here's your money and a little extra. You've done a good deed.
Alright, delicate matter completed. I have played all the Assassins. Not all of them. I've missed a couple. I missed the pirate one, and I missed the colonial one. But we just played Assassin's Creed Shadows last year. Phenomenal game. 83, 84 hour playthrough. Love all those games. My favorite, Odyssey and Valhalla and Odyssey. All three of those are great. But I liked Odyssey more than the other two, gameplay-wise. I still think I like the story in... sorry, hang on. Shadows. Assassin's Creed Shadows, I think, had the best combat that I've played, but I like the story in Odyssey better. Because it's Greek mythology, and I know Greek mythology a little bit more. Valhalla is really good, too, though. They're all good games, though. Alright, Confrontation. Blood Our Flowers. Someone burned down. I'll need Denholm's approval. approval.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Ah, here's our troublemaker. You've really caused a stir around here with that spectacle in front of the Menhir. I had everything in order. The cart was ready, and people were all set to move to Camelot. But now, you appear out of nowhere, and suddenly a dying pile of stones lights up like a bonfire.
Ah!
That's bad. That's very bad.
Why is it so bad?
Firstly, because now I have to write yet another report to Camelot that we're going to be late, and that they need to send us even more supplies. Secondly, you've somehow reignited the Menhir, and this has reignited people's hopes that they can stay. And that's dangerous. And before you ask why it's dangerous, take a look around town. The recent Red Death outbreak took its toll, and I'm pretty sure things are just going to get worse and worse. But you should be thankful to them. Their hopes are the only reason we haven't locked you up for sabotaging our initiative.
Yeah, well, I'm already getting a fuck you attitude against you, buddy. It's not like I knew this was going to happen.
That's the assumption I decided to go with, and that's why we're talking. Perhaps there's still a chance to sort out this mess.
Uh-huh.
You can go tell Murig that your presence doesn't change anything about our deal, and that you are unwilling to help with his endeavors, whatever they may be. And if he doesn't listen, play along, but come back to me when you learn what he has planned.
Give me 2 seconds here. Oh, this is... I'm scanning through really quick. Hang on, we'll get back to this. I saw some soldiers pounding your poor man's door. I had to scan and do some quick read through of all the comments on my Starfield video this morning because I've got a few who are the typical. But the loading screens, I'm like, we actually did the math last year and showed how factually there are more loading screens in the Elder Scrolls games and the Fallout games than there are in Starfield. Just shows you haven't actually played the game. If someone says that Starfield has loading screens or more loading screens than past games, they are factually incorrect. We proved that last year. We proved it factually with a video. Showed the proof. We logged into the games and showed it. Bullshit! Full of shit!
One of our warehouses burned down. The one where we kept all of Furket's inventions. My men suspect sabotage, which isn't exactly unheard of around here. I do have my doubts, though. They say Furket is a madman, and madmen tend to be poor planners. Trust me, I know all about it.
Who is Furket exactly?
He's a local inventor, and as far as I know, doesn't have the best reputation in Kurnacht. At the moment, at least. There was a time when he was quite useful. He invented various machines for more efficient farming and other practical applications. But now he's apparently fixated on the weirdness, and he doesn't want to talk about anything else. People are afraid of him. Since you're already here, I might have a task for you. Furket refuses to talk to my men, and the locals don't trust him. There's a slim chance that anyone would be willing to mediate the matter. But he doesn't know you. Perhaps he'll be more open with a stranger and confess the truth. So, are you interested?
Sure.
You can ask him if
He might
set
have
fire
spells
to
and
our
stuff I can
warehouse on
use.
purpose. You should also try to bring him in voluntarily, though knowing Furkit, that's unlikely.
Yeah, I
Do
really don't
whatever
give a
you
shit
think is
about
best.
your needs, buddy.
I just want to find out
I
who
just
is
want to get to the
responsible
dude and
for
talk
this
to him.
accident and make an informed decision based on that. Here are the orders. Show them to the boys by the gate and they'll let you in to see Furkit. As soon as you find out what happened with Furkit, report back to me immediately.
Furkit. Oh, give me mantling or give me death. Back to the barracks. Denholm's orders.
Seal looks good. Orders are orders. I'm glad Furkit's your problem now instead of ours. Let's move out, boys.
Alright, now hopefully this guy has goodies for me.
Who are you? Did Camelot send you? I'm not talking to those thieves. Get lost.
I'm on your side, buddy. I'm not with Camelot. I'd like to know what's going on.
I think it's quite obvious, isn't it? They're harassing an honest inventor. First,
Honest
they
inventor?
stole my entire life's work, and now they show up with grievances. I'm not giving them anything, and I'm not letting anyone in either.
Camelot claims your invention burned down their tents.
Oh, aye, it did. And no surprise there. They've only got themselves to blame. They barged in here and grabbed everything that wasn't nailed down. No, actually, they even prized loose the things that were nailed down and took them too. Do you know what this device is? It's a pyrolusite stabilizer. And they took all the pyrolusite, but left the stabilizer behind. No wonder it blew up.
Fair point. Pyrolusite?
Yes, pyrolusite. My most prized invention. I've spent half my life working on it. And what did they do? Oh, they just took it away. And now they're surprised that it blew up.
What does it actually do?
Well, pyrolusite is a wondrous substance. It can create fire
Wondrous
anywhere you
indeed.
are. All you need is a drop of pyrolusite, add a little spit, and there you have it. Oh, it also amplifies the power of weird fires. Isn't that marvelous? So, tell me, don't you think it's marvelous?
Sounds amazing and very useful for people like me.
Exactly. But all great inventions need painstaking preparation. It takes years of experimentation to make them safe for use. As you can see, my pyrolusite isn't stable yet. That's why the stabilizer is essential. Without it, it's still a dangerous substance.
They shouldn't have stolen from you. Have you told them it needs a stabilizer?
Well, I was pretty agitated at the time.
They shouldn't have stolen from you.
Exactly.
Screw Camelot.
It's their own fault. All I want to do is keep living my life and to keep creating. They should just return what they stole. Then they won't have to worry about their safety.
I'll talk to the legate. Something needs to be done.
You would do that for me? A stranger in Connacht and not even from Camelot? Thank you. Whatever happens, thank you for acting as our intermediary. I think we could all use an impartial perspective on this entire tragic situation. Goodbye. It was nice talking to someone normal for once.
Normal. Alright, does he have a sale store?
And
Not yet.
goodbye. May the weirdness be in your favor.
Alright. Alright, we gotta go up top and talk to the soldier. He's not gonna like what I have to say. I gotta get all the way back up. Oh.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
Just stay put.
Didn't expect to see you here.
My question, Furkit.
What's happening with Furkit? Is he going to surrender? Or do I need to use force?
The fault lies with your soldiers. They took everything from him without asking, so they didn't know what was dangerous.
That's a serious accusation. Still, I suspected you might say something like that. I'll be honest with you. Furkit is neither trusted nor well regarded among my soldiers.
You're an idiot, Saga of Blitz.
Especially after the accident which, as you claim, they brought upon themselves. Fine. Furkit will stay in Kunat.
That's an idiot
and
comment. I'm going to address it
will
as
be
soon as I wrap
returned.
this up, because you're going to get clipped
However,
out on social media.
Make sure that he takes proper care
And then I'm
of
going to
them,
ban you
so
from the
they
channel
no
because you're a
longer
fucktwit.
pose a threat to anyone. Here. This is for your excellently conducted investigation. Tell
Don't worry,
Furkit
I'll get
of
to
my
you.
Decision. Let him make the necessary preparations.
Okay, so Saga of Blitz over on YouTube said, I've been wanting to play this, but I've seen you one-shotting everything by mid-game. I'm waiting till a full release before diving in. I kind of wish early access would stop as a trend. So the reason that is an idiotic take and you're a fuckwit is because this game has adjustable difficulty. Drum roll, please. Boom, which means you can adjust the game's difficulty to whatever you see fit.
Here.
Do you want mobs to take 15 minutes to kill? Then crank the difficulty up. There are more abilities they will use and lots of different tactics that you will have to use, as well as food, weapons, different poison applications, ways to coat your weapons, all these different ways to customize the damage that you do. Or you can play it like I play it on story mode and one-shot everything because we're on our second playthrough and we don't give a fuck about the difficulty of the game. That is a loser take. This is a fully launched game. It's a badass game. Awaken Realms is cooking with this. You totally knew it, you dumb shit. You totally knew it. And now you're getting banned from my channel because you are a fuckwit. But thanks for that clippable moment. You are going to become famous on Instagram and TikTok the next time I cut a video out of idiot trolls. If you have never played a game, you have no right to critique, to complain, to make statements that are factually inaccurate. If you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, don't open your fucking mouth. It's that simple. That shit I will ban immediately from my channel. Fuck off. Get out of here. Like, that's what we were talking about with Dragon Age Veilguard and Starfield. Like, if you haven't played the game, shut the fuck up. Shut up. This game had a full release last year. It just launched its DLC. I didn't know that. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're just being a trolly little shit. And you are not wanted here. Go back to Asmongold's channel or Burnt Peanuts channel or wherever the fuckers are where you respawn from. You are not welcome here. I tell you what though, guys, we went 2.5 hours before we had an idiot today. That's a far cry from when I'm running the TikTok streams, and it's like within the first 10 minutes of the stream, we've had shit like that popping off. We went 2.5 hours before we had our first Tard show up.
And? What's our situation? What did Denholm say?
Oh yeah, TikTok's a cesspool. I use it because it's a necessary evil, but it's bad. All right, let you stay in Quack. You can make your weird candles.
Oh, so does this mean Camelot still has a working brain among its ranks? Incredible. Very well.
This is a mage playthrough. The first character was a stealth archer.
Weird candles, and you've done well. In return,
I've been skipping a lot of quests that I saw the first time as well.
And allow you to use my house.
Mostly I'm interested in getting to the DLC, but I tapped my foot in there 20 minutes ago and it was too difficult, so we had to back out and I got to level up.
Distractions. But remember, never ever interrupt my work.
Okay. I was just Chris let me know that the workers have arrived, so I'm gonna keep going for a little bit until the lights start flickering. Once the lights start flickering, we're gonna wrap up because that means they're welding. I might have 15-30 minutes, we'll see. But I'll go until they start work. But once they start welding, the lights will start flickering all over the place, and I'll just wrap it up, go have my breakfast, and go work out, and etc. Still no spells. I may have to go look at a guide online, unless maybe I don't see a way that I haven't seen a way to like craft spells. It almost feels like playing a spellcrafter, it almost feels like the only legitimate way to get more powerful is to do it through leveling up, as opposed to finding new spells, because like that has increased my magic. So, like, my spirituality gives me spell power. How do I... And then, like, this over here, I just started putting points into, which is your spell power has been increased. And then you start looking at this stuff, and it's like, crit hits do damage, elemental damage applies status buildup. 15% more damage. Excess damage from a killing blow is dealt to near me. Yeah, so this whole line... I still don't have an AoE either. Like, there's been a couple that I've come across, but they haven't been in the lines of magic that I want. So I may need to... I may go look at somebody's mage guide at some point. And see what people have said, because the first time I went through this I went with a stealth archer, and that was a very straightforward, easy character to play. Ten wolf pelts. Is there a stash box around here? I totally have 10 wolf pelts. Oops, where is the stash box? There's got to be a stash box around here. Right there. I think it's up top. Yeah, that'll be on my agenda today. Allie, some more sleep. Chris and I, we slept a little better last night, but we still had to sort of take turns a little bit. We were both sleeping very lightly because we had to keep an eye on all the sheet metal out front, because they came and put all the galvanized beams on the roof yesterday, but they didn't want to put the sheet metal up there at the same time because they didn't want to overcomplicate their workspace. So we still had a bunch of sheet metal out on the street that we had to keep an eye out for last night. There it is. Wolf pelts. What's sleep? Oh, I have to take. My bad. Alphabetically ascending. There we are with pelts. Take them all. Yeah, we have a homestead down here.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
Andrew says, thanks for the way you play games, showing the lore that most people breeze right by, for the most part. I am on a second playthrough, so I am skipping some stuff. Shit, why am I getting attacked? What the fuck? Did he just chuck a fish at me? That's from the DLC, because it says the sanctuary awaits.
You're here. Speak your piece or let me work.
About the bounties you posted. Here's your wolf pelts.
So the job's done? And here I was, ready to send out a search party. You are full of surprises, which is more than I can say for most of the folks around here.
Nice. Any jobs for me?
Jobs. Check the... Can you...
I already did. Anything I could do for you apart from the task?
I don't know where all that eagerness comes from, but I'm starting to think if I had 10 of you, my job would be a whole lot easier. And as it happens, I might have something for you, though it's a little different from what you've been doing so far.
Sounds good already.
It seems that over the past few weeks, some of our supplies have been going missing. Just small amounts, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even notice at first. But when I checked the books at the end of the month, the numbers told the truth. Someone's been stealing the Legion supplies, and I won't stand for it.
Okay, any suspects?
I thought I did. One of the lads, Percy, volunteered to guard the supplies. Seemed like a decent enough guy, but, well, I guess I was wrong.
Oh,
the next day, Percy was gone, and with him, even more of the supplies.
I vaguely remember this one.
His mates swear he'd never do that. They say that the army was his entire life, but I find it hard to believe. The problem is, the thefts haven't stopped, so I'm guessing he had some accomplices.
Is this the one where the kid got lured away by the spirit? I don't remember. Where do you keep the supplies?
In the storefront nearby.
What kind of supplies are missing?
At first, it was mostly just food, but not only did the traps turn up empty, the next time I checked, a hammer, a saw, and a couple of knives
this might be a
were
different
missing
quest.
too. I don't know about you, but I've never heard of a rat that can chew through iron.
No. Oh, I did the thing again. Yep. Oh, we were showing that off yesterday during the Starfield. I was just doing the intro. And if you, in that first dungeon you go to, there are like terminals all throughout, computer terminals all throughout that first base. And if you don't read any of those terminals, there's probably an hour and a half, maybe not that long, depends on your reading speed. I would say there's arguably an hour of stuff to read in those terminals if you actually take the time and read it and follow along the story, talking about the terramorphs and the beginning of the experiments, because they started in that location. And then as you get deeper into the game and you come across quests that deal with the terramorphs and the United Colonies storyline, and you go to visit these other space stations, and you find other terminals that continue the storyline as it gets deeper and deeper into the game. If you never read the books in that game, if you never read the books, never read the terminals, and actually read through all the stuff that's on those computer systems, you would never have a clue about all of this stuff that went on with the terramorphs and the United Colonies. Like, Bethesda in particular does an exceptional job of telling stories with books in their games. I would also argue Owlcat does a good job of that too, and Obsidian, with like having actual stories buried in these books, notes, computer systems. Fallout does that great. You know, you log into these computers, you hack in, and you'll find these huge storylines that have nothing to do with your playthrough per se, but it's part of the world building that has gone on to make these games so memorable. And if you don't read those books, you just don't. You're literally leaving content on the table. But that is that smooth brain mentality of like we have the videos from last year when we were playing Shattered Space. People literally coming into the chat and saying quests aren't content. Dialogue isn't content. The only thing they think is content is loot and new weapons and new gear and action. And it's like, fucking cavemen playing video games. Yes, environmental storytelling for the win. All right, they are cutting materials right now. I can hear them cutting up top. So I'm going to go ahead and just wrap up here, everybody, because they're obviously started to work. So we're going to do a save file here and wrap up this morning's stream. I should be back later today, but honestly, it is going to depend on whether they are working this afternoon, because this is his day off from work. So I know he's going to be trying to get as much done as he can today. So if they are still welding by the afternoon, I will probably skip this afternoon's stream and come back in the evening, because they'll quit around 4 or 5 o'clock. Why are the doors shutting? What just happened? Oh, because it's nighttime. So if they are done welding, I'll be back around 3 p.m. probably. But if they are still welding by the afternoon, I will just wait and come back this evening. And we're either going to play Skyrim. It's probably going to be Skyrim. I might play some Hytale tonight, but honestly, I'm not feeling the need to rush on Hytale. I'm sort of just taking my time. I really kind of just want to wait until they get controller support, and I really like what they have so far. But it's killing me. Every time I play for like 2 hours, I do get hand cramps from having to use the mouse and keyboard. And so I try not to play that game more than once every 3 or 4 days, because that's a legit problem that I have as I've gotten older, is my hands can't handle the WASD anymore. So, depending on how I feel this afternoon and what time they quit and everything else, I'll either be back at 3 p.m. Central, or I'll be back at like 5 or 6 Central. Whenever they go home for work. Thanks for being here this morning, everybody. Don't forget to check YouTube, because everything in between the streams happens over there. We had a great discussion about Starfield that went out today, and I'm going to be clipping this video out on the cost of living in the modern era, where we were talking about technology and everything earlier. Well, that'll go out tonight for channel members and tomorrow morning for the general public on YouTube. So stay tuned, and if you didn't already watch yesterday's review of Starfleet Academy, check that out. And we did the most recent Fallout episode the day before that. Have a great day, everybody. Go forth, play games, have fun, support the companies. If you haven't already done so, check out the new trailer for the new Darth Maul series and the trailer for the new Masters of the Universe He-Man movie, because they both look fucking